Hi everyone, my name is Solaris Ledesma, and my project is titled The Ripple Effect: How Substance Abuse Destroys Families from the Inside Out. Today I'll be walking you through the main points of my research, the rhetorical choices I made, and what I learned from the experience. I chose to focus on substance abuse, not just as an individual issue, but as one that deeply impacts entire families. I wanted to shed a light on how addiction creates emotional, financial, and psychological damage that ripples through loved ones, especially children and partners. My final genre was an op-ed because I wanted to speak directly to the public and decision makers with a persuasive message. I chose this topic because of personal experience. I've seen how deeply it could affect relationships, trust, and emotional stability. My intended audience includes policymakers, educators, and families dealing with this addiction. I chose this group because they are either in a position to help create solutions or are directly experiencing the problem and need resources and support. Here are 5 things everyone should know. Over 8.7 million children in the U.S. live with a parent who has a substance use disorder. Addiction creates emotional trauma and broken trust in families. It causes financial stress and instability. Many families suffer silently due to stigma. Without help, these effects can continue for generations. To address this issue, I propose 3 main solutions. Family therapy programs like MDFT that involve the whole family in recovery. School-based prevention programs like Communities That Care, which can teach early intervention skills. Expanding access to affordable treatments, especially in underserved communities. Let's now take a look at the rhetorical tools I used in my writing to strengthen my argument. I used 3 main rhetorical strategies. Pathos, such as asking, how many children go to bed wondering if their parents will come home sober tonight? This helped make the issue more personal and relatable. Logos. I use statistics and research from the National Institute on Drug Abuse to provide factual support. Ethos. I spoke from personal experience, which gave my writing authenticity and a deeper emotional connection. This project really challenged me to think not just about content, but also how to move people to care and act. It made me more aware of how writing can influence real-world issues. The most helpful assignments were the annotated bibliography and the topic proposal. My instructor's feedback was especially valuable. She pointed out strengths in my rhetorical questions and encouraged me to clarify my citations and source attributions. Some challenges I faced included staying objective while writing about something personal, finding credible, up-to-date statistics, writing with a persuasive tone without sounding too emotional. I overcame these by grounding everything in my research and modeling my tone after professional op-eds. Through this project, I strengthened my ability to evaluate credible sources, use rhetorical appeals effectively, and write persuasively for real-world audiences. The most valuable skill I gained was using emotional appeal responsibly and effectively in a persuasive writing. something I'll carry with me into the future courses and beyond. These are the sources I used, including NIDA, SAMHSA, NACOA, and the University of Washington's Social Department Research Group. They provided the backbones of my evidence for my argument. Well, I want to finish off with saying thank you for listening. I hope this presentation gave you a better understanding of how deeply substance abuse affects families and why addressing it through therapy, prevention, and policy reforms is so important.